This is the Ms.FitVegan podcast, episode 142. If you want to change, but you're struggling, like you want to do something, but you don't do it, okay? You're not in enough pain. When the pain of staying the same is harder than the pain of changing, that is when you will motherfucking do something about it. So maybe you need to be grateful. So maybe you need to be grateful that you're just not in enough pain. I don't know what I'm going to say on this podcast. I don't have anything written down. I didn't even have a topic. I just pressed record to see what would come out. And the message that I'm getting that you might need to hear, that I need to hear, is that you need to be grateful then, boo. Because a lot of people, they're like, I don't know how to stick to, I want to work out, or I want to be raw, or I want to do this, I want to do that. But they're just not sticking to it, and they just can't stay consistent. And because you're not in enough pain. So maybe you need to be grateful, boo. Because let me tell you right now, the reason why I went raw vegan and never looked back, the reason why I had to get out of a toxic relationship, the reason why I had to move, the reason why I had to do a lot of things in my life I didn't want to do, is because I was in really bad pain. Let me tell you a story. It was back in, I guess it was like 2006 or 2007. I was finally in enough pain, physically, mentally, and emotionally. I had to make a change. I was like, if it was 2006, I was 21 years old. I was overweight, had really bad acne, but most of all, the hardest part of my life was two things. One, I was dealing with severe depression. Severe. So life is really hard, as you probably know. And I never drank. I never smoked. I had to take care of my family. And I also grew up around people that were on drugs and alcoholics. And I vowed to myself that I would never be that. I would never be what my parents were. And I would never be what the people that I saw as a kid were. They were deadbeats. They were losers. They were addicts. They were criminals. And they were outcasts of society. Now, I did grow up to be an outcast, but that's because I'm healthy as fuck, okay? And so, I didn't want to be a loser. And in my opinion, a loser is someone who wastes their fucking life and doesn't do anything with it and doesn't try to help. Yeah, my definition of success is helping at least one person a day. My goal is to inspire one person a day to go vegan. But, I can do what I can do, and I can try my best. And if I can help one person a day, then I consider myself not a loser. Anyway, if I'm on drugs, if I'm on alcohol, if I'm an addict, I can't do that. It's all about me, 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 me. I'm trying to make my life not about me. It's not about me. It's about who I can possibly help overcome the things that I have overcome, which is, I was addicted, so I was an addict. I was addicted to processed food. Anyway, that's not the point. In 2016, I was suffering really bad. This is how I started talking about addiction, because I didn't have alcohol or weed or anything like that to deal with my pain and my depression and my anxiety and my low self-esteem and my toxic thought patterns and my life, right? We all need something to deal with life. And some people are smart and they have things like therapy, yoga, journaling. They talk to people. I didn't have anyone to talk to. I didn't know about healing modalities, like sound baths and EFT and, somatic healing and hitting the bed. I didn't even know about affirmations back then. I mean, I might have, but I certainly wasn't doing them. Anyway, so I was dealing with smothering depression, suicidal thoughts, but I felt very trapped because I couldn't even think about committing suicide truly because I had to take care of my sister. And I just wanted to live, and I wanted to live my life, and I couldn't. But I couldn't complain because I love my sister, and it was really hard to take care of my sister and deal with my mom. My mom is so hard to deal with, screaming all the time, crying all the time. Like if she's not screaming, she's crying. If she's not crying, she's complaining. If she's not complaining, she's screaming. If she's not screaming, she's crying. And it's just like this starts at 4 a.m. and goes until like midnight. She only sleeps like 4 hours a day. And she's been diagnosed with manic depression, bipolar, schizophrenia, and all these things that do affect her mental state. And so it was really hard. And, the hard part wasn't taking care of my sister. Like, changing my sister, feeding my sister, cleaning her, that wasn't hard. And plus I hired a nurse, but dealing with my mom's emotional outbursts and just constant drama, it was really hard. Anyway, my vacation was going to work. I fucking loved going to work. It was I was so fucking grateful that I was making enough money to hire a nurse. The point is that I was dealing with that depression and I was dealing with panic attacks. And I don't know what they're called, but this was my experience with panic attacks. And I'm sure there's a name for it. But without warning, and I was so scared. I was so scared to leave the house when this started happening. And I can't remember when it started, probably around 13. But so it was a while. It was going on for a very long time. And it started making me afraid to go to work because what would happen was, out of nowhere, I would forget my name. I would forget who I was, where I was. I didn't know anything. It was I didn't know my birthday. I didn't know, I remember in the middle of this panic attack, this weird disassociation, and I would be like, okay, wait, what's my name? Where am I from? What's my address? What's my birthday? And I couldn't tell you any of that. I remember asking myself these questions, and the panic attack would last I don't know, maybe 10, 20, 30 seconds, maybe not even 30 seconds, but just 10 seconds of not knowing who the fuck you are or where you are is so terrifying. I don't know if you've ever experienced this, and I pray you haven't, but it's really scary. And I've never looked it up. I'm sure there's a name for it. And I wasn't in therapy. I didn't have anyone, so I didn't tell anyone this. I've never talked about this ever. And so I was dealing with that, and it would happen out of nowhere. And it happened every few months. I couldn't even tell you. And I didn't know when it was going to happen. But I would just lose all my memory. And I would lose all of my identity. And I didn't know who I was. And I didn't know where I was. I didn't know anything. And I remember asking myself, okay, who is the president? And I couldn't tell you. Stuff like that. And It hasn't happened in over a decade now. And I was thinking about this earlier today, how it's most likely because of my diet, because I changed my diet, that I healed this. And I'm not saying your diet is going to heal all your problems. It's not, boo. It's fucking not. Trust me, it's not. But I haven't had this in over a decade. I'm really grateful. And in 2017, around that time is when I really started getting serious about my diet and about getting healthy. And I didn't know about veganism yet, remember. 2006, 2007, yeah. Because 2011 is when I went raw. 2010 is when I saw Food Inc. and I went vegetarian. 2011, I saw Earthlings and I went raw vegan that day. Okay. So the year was 2006, 2007. I was around 21, 22 years old, and I couldn't do it anymore. I was in so much pain. It was so bad. And this is the point of this podcast, by the way. There is a point. It's coming full circle. Okay. I'm getting better at this. The point of that whole story was to let you know that I was in so much pain. It was so bad that the pain of changing was better than the pain of staying the same. I would take anything, I would do anything to get out of that. I was so fucking scared. I was also dealing with vertigo. I had, really bad psoriasis all over my body. I was having bad pains, back pains. I was having really severe migraines. I was getting colds, chronic bronchitis all the time. There was a lot of other things that were going on that I don't even remember. I was really tired all the time. Anyway, so I went to a nutritionist, and they told me that I should start taking acidophilus, which is like a probiotic, okay? So he recommended this probiotic, and I remember mixing it in water. I still remember the taste of it. It's so gross because it was like a powder. And now I know better, okay? So this acidophilus had to be kept in the fridge. And by the way, any probiotic that needs to be kept in the fridge is useless. It's totally useless. You know why? Because our stomach is at 98 degrees. It's very, very hot in our intestines, in our stomach, okay? And so anything that needs to stay in a cool temperature, it doesn't last in our intestinal tract. And so all of the probiotics are killed. So you always want to take a probiotic that is shelf stable, okay? And personally, I found one that I really like. So if you need a probiotic recommendation, just DM me or email me. I found one that I do recommend. And so anyway, long story short is I started taking this, and he also recommended, I started taking this. I felt a little bit better. And then I saw another nutritionist because I was still suffering. I was still dealing with the panic attacks and stuff. And that nutritionist told me to get off gluten, to stop eating gluten. And I still remember the day that I stopped eating gluten. I saw Celebrity Jeopardy. I have a ticket on my wall. It's like October 8th, 2008, I think. And I stopped eating gluten. That's the last day I had a muffin. I had a chocolate chip muffin for breakfast. Then I went to Celebrity Jeopardy then in Radio City Music Hall. I don't know why. I don't know how that happened. But anyway, then I think I won those tickets. Anyway, then I went to see the nutritionist, and he told me all my problems were going to go away if I stopped eating gluten. And I was like, fuck it. I'll do it. I'll do whatever the fuck I need to do. If he would have told me to go vegan, I would have fucking went vegan that day. But I didn't know the word. I didn't know a vegetarian or a vegan. So I was at a rock fucking bottom, guys. And if you're not changing, it's because the pain point is not strong enough. You're not at rock bottom. So thank your motherfucking lucky motherfucking stars. Because do you know what it's like to be at rock bottom? I hope you don't. Anything is better. You'll do anything. Anyway, back to my story. So I gave up gluten, and that really, really, really helped. I stopped having vertigo, guys. Okay, I was fucking dizzy all the time. I couldn't stand up straight. I didn't know what was wrong with me. I went to all these ENTs, and we thought it was an inner ear problem. I was trying everything. I didn't know what was wrong with me. It turns out I was eating the wrong fucking food. I was eating dead animal body parts, but we digress. Anyway, so I gave up gluten, and it really helped. And remember, guys, I've been on a journey for a long fucking time to find out what the fuck I'm supposed to be eating, because I always wanted to be healthy. Like I told you, I grew up around really unhealthy people. I grew up around convicts and drug addicts and alcoholics and like kids that were just lost, okay, and grew up way too fast, all right? I grew up around like 8, 9-year-olds that were fucking smoking weed and doing drugs, okay? And having sex. And so since I think it was 14, I got a Jack LaLanne juicer. And ever since then, I've been on a quest. And I discovered the Juice Man, Jay Cordich, and I've been on a quest to find out how can I be healthy? How can I be the healthiest version of myself? Because I want to do better. I want to be better. I want to help people. And I can't help anyone if I can't help myself. So, since 14, I've been juicing. But like, I didn't know about veganism. I didn't know about vegetarianism. I didn't know these things. I never met anybody that was a vegan or a vegetarian. So anyway, this nutritionist told me to go gluten-free. So I went gluten-free, really, really helped. And because of that, I started eating healthier, okay? And I was still eating dead animal body parts though. I was still eating eggs and dairy and ice cream and all that stuff, but no wheat. I thought I was the shit, guys. I thought I was so fucking healthy. Like literally all my friends, I was like I was the healthiest fucking person on earth to them. Little did I know. So I share that little part of my life, that little story to let you know that, maybe you're not changing, and it's a good thing. Because if you had it really, really, really fucking bad, if it was so fucking bad that you would rather die than be alive, well then you can make a change, boo. So maybe you need to be grateful. Maybe you need to count your motherfucking little motherfucking stars that you don't have it that bad now, do you? Because when it's really fucking bad, when it's so fucking bad that you do anything to get out of your situation, that you would do anything necessary, well then we can work together. Then we can make a change. Because you're never going to change when you're too comfortable. That's your fucking problem. You got it too good. Your refrigerator's full. Your rent is paid. Your bed is comfy. Everything's fucking fine. Why would you change? You got it too good, boo. You got to put yourself, if you don't have a really bad situation right now, then you got to manufacture it. You got to put yourself in an uncomfortable position. Maybe you need to give away all your fucking belongings. Maybe you need to give away all your fucking money. Maybe you need to fucking do something to get yourself out of your goddamn comfort zone. Join a fucking a gym membership, but not like a bullshit one. Join what is it called? Orange Theory? Something like that, where they only have classes. And the classes are small. And the fucking trainer can see your ass. And he's gonna fucking make you do some shit instead of you just going to the gym, fucking working out and not even sweating. What the fuck are you doing? No, you're too comfortable. And that's why you're not changing. And you have the nerve to complain. Why don't you go hang out on Skid Row for a few days? See how they fucking live. I'm really tired of hearing people complain when they don't even know what it's like. They don't even know what it's like to have any real problems. You don't have any real problems, boo. You have first world problems. Do me a favor. Either make a decision or stop talking about it. You want to lose weight? Well, fucking do what you know you have to do to lose weight. It's not hard. You're going to eat healthier and you're going to move your body. You want to organize your house? It's not hard. You organize your house. There's a million fucking YouTube videos on how to organize. What are you doing? You're just looking dumb and you're just wasting your life. Stop wasting time complaining. You're never going to be happy. You're never going to be successful. You're never going to feel fulfilled if you don't take your life into your own fucking hands. And last thing I'll say is, I want you to remember this. Hard equals happy. If something is hard to do, and you actually do it, that is going to make you happy. All this marketing bullshit you see, like somebody sitting on the beach drinking a fucking margarita with their feet up, surrounded by hot girls, that's not going to make you happy, boo. That's not going to make you happy. No, it's too easy. Hard things. Think of the hardest thing you've ever done. Maybe you ran a marathon. Maybe you passed a fucking exam. Maybe you graduated school and it was really fucking hard. Maybe you wrote a book. You were so happy when it was finally fucking done because it was so fucking hard. You didn't know if you could do it. Everybody's trying to avoid the struggle. But the struggle is where you're going to get your fucking happiness from. And it's like, I don't know how to make people understand this. Besides, I have to get better at expressing myself, okay? Because I know some things that I need to fucking communicate better to people. Like, the struggle is where you're going to find your fulfillment and your happiness. So do something today that you really don't want to do. I'm not telling you to do this because I want to punish you, boo. I'm telling you to do this because I want you to be happy. You're not going to be happy if you keep taking the easy road. And that's why everybody's miserable, because social media is so fucking easy. You go on there and you put your finger on the fucking screen and you fucking swipe it and you swipe it and you swipe it and you're miserable because it's not hard. It's easy as fuck. Do something hard today, please. I'm telling you this because I love you and I appreciate you listening to this. Please get off your phone, challenge yourself, do something meaningful that is hard that you might help others by doing. I love you, I appreciate you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.